So Thomas Paine, I'm going to actually read you a snippet of his biography, who he is, so you know. He authored Common Sense in 1776. Imagine that, Common Sense, and The American Crisis, two of the most influential pamphlets at the start of the American Revolution, and helped inspire the Patriots in 1776, to declare independence from Great Britain. And so that's who Thomas Paine was. And so he's very intelligent, very just remarkable man. Like, his words carry so much weight. And so he was a big, big person back in the American Revolution. And he has a quote that absolutely shook my core when I read it. And it says, and I'm going to find it right here. It says, "Those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must, like men, undergo the fatigues of supporting it." And so this is what we're talking about, this move of God. And also it can go along with that, with, those that expect to see this move of God must, like men, undergo the fatigues of supporting the move of God, of encouraging. I mentioned earlier that I was a fitness instructor. I'm actually, a lot of people don't know that, I'm certified to teach 3 different fitness programs. It's a massive part of my life. And so I know I used to help coach people. They'd come, "This is the body I want. This is what I want to look like. This is it." And so, okay, that's our goal. That's where we're going. And so I remember when I was in that place, when I said, okay, this is what I want. This is my goal weight. This is my goal body. This is, different things. We all say that mainly around January 1st. We say that. And so I would help people reach that goal. Okay, well, eventually, if you're consistent and you're dedicated and you put in the work, you're going to reach that body. You're going to reach that goal weight. You're going to do that. But then at that point starts the real work. Because at that point, you can't go and just sit down and go eat junk food and go do everything you did before then and expect to keep it. Expect to stay like that, expect to continue to look like that, which is why some people later on in life, they look back and they say, well, I don't have the same body I did at 30 years old. Okay, well, what did you do to keep it? What did you do? Well, I quit working out. I had kids, so I quit working out. I got married, so I quit working out. And you're like, okay, well, how did you expect to keep that? Steve, our founding fathers worked. They put in the work to give us the country that we have. They gave us, one founding father said, you have a republic if you can keep it.
Yeah.
And keep it. They gave their lives. Men and women fought for this nation, for the freedom. They did everything they could to make us independent, to make us one nation under God. And so we know that if we fight, if that's what we're working towards, if we're putting in all the work, we're putting God first, we're doing this, we're going to get there eventually. And we got there because of those men and women who dedicated their lives to seeing this happen. We got where we are in the body of Christ because the men and women did everything. They dedicated their lives to give us the teaching that we have, to give us the word and the revelation that comes out of the word. Okay, we're going to get there at some point. We got here. Now, what are we doing to keep it? What are we doing to stay a free nation? What are we doing to stay this republic if we can keep it? Like he said, okay, we must, like Thomas Paine says, that's what he's talking about. Those who expect to reap the blessings of what these men and women put into place must, like men, undergo the fatigues of supporting it. It's just like exercise. You're going to have to stay dedicated. You're going to have to continue to work and put in the work, because this is when the real work starts. We've been a free nation since 1776. We've been a free country since then. That's why we have July 4th, and when you shoot fireworks and you have your big barbecues. This is why. But now our country is under attack, the biggest attack we've ever seen in our lives. What are we doing to keep it free? What are we doing to keep moving? We must stand up. We've got to speak up. We've got to be bold and keep moving, because we can't just expect to sit around and just go back to doing what we did in the past and everything and expect to reap the blessings of what happened. And it's the same way with the body of Christ in this move of God. Okay, God's released this movement of the prophetic, the word of faith, the Elijah stream, flashpoint, victory, all the 11th hour, all of things. All of you have put in the time and the effort and the dedication to get us to this point. Now we must continue to support and encourage this move of God, not only in the body of Christ, but in our nation, because it's the body of Christ that's going to save this nation. So, Steve, now it's when the real work begins.